Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Jeff's Baking Blog. A special welcome to Liam Tinley in Ottawa, who's been laughing at me saying welcome to Jeff's Baking Blog. Now today I'm going to make a very easy cake. I'm going to call it Kladdkaka or Kladdkaka, which is a Swedish sticky chocolate cake. There's various recipes for this on the internet, and some of them make it very, very gooey so that the inside sort of runs almost. It's to me that seems slightly more uncooked than I might like. So I'm going for a recipe which I found on a website by a guy called Donal Skehan from Ireland. I think he does some television programs over there. And he calls it a one-pot chocolate cake. Basically, it's very, very easy. You have these 4 ingredients plus some melted butter, and you mix everything together in a pan. You also have an 8-inch cake tin. I'm using a springform one, and I've lined the bottom and the sides with baking parchment. You could actually grease it and then flour the inside, or use cocoa powder on the inside. It would work just as well, I think. So for our ingredients, we have 200 grams of melted butter, and we're going to pour into that we have 100 grams of melted butter, not 200, 100 grams of melted butter, and we're going to pour into that 200 grams of sugar. I'm using caster sugar, but granulated sugar is just as good. And then into that I'm going to add 2 large eggs and mix that round as well. Then 30 grams or 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder and 70 grams of plain or all-purpose flour. Keep mixing it round. We're going to put it into the cake tin. The oven is preheating to 180 degrees Celsius. That's 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It's mixed, so we'll pour it into the cake tin. As you can see, it's quite liquid. And what we're going to do is bake this for 20 minutes. I'm actually going to check it after 18 minutes because I want it to be cooked on the top and cooked on the edges, but just a little bit soft in the middle. Then we'll take it out of the oven and let it cool down, and it will continue to cook a little bit as it cools down, and the centre will firm up but should stay nice and soft, like with some brownies. So that's our mixture, and I'll pop that in the oven, and I'll be back with you to take a look at it after it's cooled down. So I'll be back with you after I've taken it out of the oven and allowed it to cool for about 10 minutes, then we'll take a look at it. Right, so now we've got our cake out. As you can see, it's not risen very much. They don't rise very much. There's no baking powder in this version. And it's cooling quite nicely, but it's still a bit warm. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some icing sugar on it. Now, this may or may not work because I've cut out a little template type thing, trying to be artistic. I will live to regret it, I'm sure. So having got it iced, I'm actually going to cut into it It is so moist and soft. That is just wonderful. It's firmed up nicely on the top, but it's retained the moisture inside. If it was cooked any less, it would have been like a chocolate sauce, and maybe, for my taste, underdone, but this is just perfect. So, that's this recipe. Very easy to make, takes absolutely no time at all. So if you've enjoyed it, please give me a like underneath the video, click on the thumbs up sign, and subscribe to this channel so that you can see any new videos that I do. There'll be a button below the video, and towards the end of the video there will be a button appear on the screen that you can click as well. So that's it for today. I'll see you again very soon. Until then, happy baking.